Hello everyone and welcome to the £37 birthday charity shop challenge. Ouch! Okay, as I just said, it's a birthday charity shop challenge. I thought it'd be I had an idea that I wanted to do a charity shop challenge going around Norwich, trying to do every single one in a day. But then it's my birthday today, the 1st of October, so I thought, well, I'm 37 years old, I want to do a charity shop challenge, so what better thing to do? So I just went to Barclays Bank and just cashed out £37 worth of pound coins. And so what I'm going to do, I'm now going to go around Norwich all day today, and go into every charity shop. I'm going to buy one item for £1 or spend £1 in a charity shop. Sometimes you get these good deals. You get 5 DVDs for £1 and 5 books for £1, things like that. Or it might be ceramics, or it might be clothes, depending on what's inside the shop. But every shop I go into, I have to spend £1 and I buy a series of items. And then what I'm going to do with that, I'm going to come home and show you a little haul video, because I might not film every single charity shop. I'll do a little bit of a haul, and then what I'm going to do when I list them, I'm going to put a little pound sign on the top, on the very last, I'm going to put a pound sign on the very last part of my title, so I know when it sells, it's actually part of the charity shop challenge. And I'm going to give a roundup in of either a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks time, depending on how the sales actually go for those items. And then I'll show you how we're getting on, how much I made out of my £37 coins for my birthday challenge. So let's tag along, see what we go. Okay, so we're now at charity shop 1, so this is packed. Charity shop. I go to these ones quite a bit to try and know the managers of that brand, so we're going to go inside and see what I can find for my first pound. Okay, first purchase, a hot plate griddle pan, sort of ideal for bushcraft. So there's the receipt, £1 paid. Thank you, call again. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, so I've done 2 charity shops so far. I found some actually really good stuff over £1, which was really annoying, so I'm going to come back tomorrow. But I'm now at Anglia Square, and this is a shopping area or sort of district, sort of centre for Norwich, and it's the home of, must be coming on to 15 charity shops around this area. So I'm going to hit a big one of my targets very quickly around here. So we're going to walk around. I can already see a YMCA where it used to be a pound stretcher, so that's turned over there. There's another unpacked charity shop here, which is the discount one. We've also got all of them, yeah, all of the shops around here itself, so we can see a couple of sort of things around this. But we'll go to these 2, and then what we'll do then, we'll go up the road where there's loads and loads, or down the main street as well. But this is like the more cheaper end of the shop spectrum for Norwich, so which is really good for us resellers. So see you in a bit. Got just found in here, if only today, yeah, 95 quid, Commodore Plus. You never know, I might research this and have a quick look. It's only like £4 off original price. Our total cost £265. So it was very expensive when it first came out. I wonder what it is now. Oh, you're right, yeah. Okay, so it's now 1 o'clock. I'm halfway through sort of the day. It hasn't gone too well because I've only done 10 shops. I've still got another 27 to go between now and 5 o'clock. But along the way, I did have a couple of detours because I got a couple of Be My Eye jobs come up. Just take some photos of end caps on Tesco's and Sainsbury's. It came me a £5 a time, so I couldn't really pass those out. So easy tenner. So that's taken me out of Norwich, which I'm doing. I'm now doing the charity shops around the outside of Norwich, and then I'll be going. I'm now going to go back into Norwich. I'm just going to I'm on the way to Sainsbury's now. I'm going to do that one, and also I'm about to go into my second co-op to try to see if I can get some free drinks for the Checkout Smart app, which I did yesterday, which I put a link up here now, so you can see how I can get some free food and free drinks or discounted food along the journeys. So until then, I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so I'm just walking through Beaufort now, just going to another one on the way to Sainsbury's. I just thought, I haven't actually told you some of the rules which I've set myself for this challenge. So I said there's 37, I've got to go to 37 charity shops. There's 37 different charity shops. Spend £1 only inside that charity shop. And then, but the caveat is I can't buy things which I buy all the time. I can't just go in and just buy £1 worth of DVDs or £1 worth of CDs, which is too easy. We all know how easy that is. Picking those up. It's not a challenge if I do that. It's on something different. So I've set it in the way that I'm not allowed to research anything. So as soon as I go in, I've just got to use my knowledge of what I've gathered over the last sort of 8 years of reselling, all the knowledge I picked up on watching other YouTubers to see what sells and what doesn't. Or just gut instinct, if I like it, I pick it up. So I pick those up, so there's no research. So it means I'm in, find products, and sometimes these shops are really hard to find. The prices are extortionate. I went to one shop, they wanted £1.50 a DVD. Go to another shop, you get 5 for £1. So it was all different things. So I'm now at my next shop now, which is each. So I'm going to go check this one out and see what I can buy.
Come up. Well, I wouldn't do if you do the £1 and then that. The receipt's got to be there somewhere. You've got to press one of those.
Yeah, it's that one.
Yeah, but you don't do that, the open till thing, till you've done the receipt thing, do you? Oh, let me write
don't worry. It's only £1 today. I'll write that off.
What? When you next come in, I'll add it on, so you remind me.
When I come in again properly, I'll be doing proper spending. But today is about...
But next time I'll write you a receipt, including that £1. Alright?
Yeah, boy.
I don't know if I've got any room. I've got room, got them, mate.
Okay, so it's now 3 o'clock. I've had to stop for a second time to go pick a child up at school. So this is sort of putting a little stop on each time I've done this. I've got 3 school runs to do during the day and 3 stop-offs, so that's making it a little bit harder. So the chance of me actually getting them all there. So this is a bag of £20 coins. So I've still got 20 more shops to hit before the end of the day if I'm going to get this challenge actually complete. I've got 8 shops on one road, which I'm going to go to straight after picking my oldest up from school, and then there's 4 shops around the house where I live, so that's 14 shops which I can hit after I pick the kids up from school. So let's just see if I can get the remaining 6 somewhere else. They're in the city centre, but it's really hard to get there, so that is going to be the challenge. But I've also had those two little Be My Eye sort of things down at Sainsbury's and Tesco's as well. When I was in Sainsbury's, I also looked on the other app which I talked about as well. So we've got Be My Eye, which I'm doing, and also I'm doing another app called Shop Checkout Smart. So you can see the Be My Eye app and the Checkout Smart. So when I went into Sainsbury's, I'll load it up for you now. I went into Sainsbury's, you can see there is some drinks, and I loaded it up there, and they said they are free. They are free when you buy them. You've got to buy them yourself, and then you've got to check out afterwards. So I went and bought that drink. I bought the other 2 drinks which are on there. So I bought all 3 drinks. They're £1.35 each. Get your receipt, And then if you give the link how you claim it back, so I'm now going to claim back the £4.5p for those free drinks and what I bought from Sainsbury's, just to add to a little bit extra things. I've now got some drinks to tag on for the next few days when I'm out doing some work. But that's it. So let's go pick Oliver and Rebecca up from school now, and then let's go get Jacob. Then I'm going to drop them off at my mum's. They're going to wait round there. I'm going to nip back out to town. I'm also going to answer this phone call as well, so I'll see you in a bit.
How are you?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Allen, I need to ask you very few questions on behalf of leading UK brands, products and services, which will just take 2 minutes and I'll be done, okay?
Okay, what's the company for, sorry?
I'm calling you from National Survey. I will ask you a few questions, 2 minutes and I'm done, alright?
Okay.
Okay, and that's the end of my questions, sir. Thank you for your time. Let you know all the information given today will be held under the strict guidelines of the Data Protection Act. Have a nice day, sir, and take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. A random survey. Sometimes I answer them, sometimes I don't, because you can have a little bit of fun. Sometimes you get things out of them. So I never used to, but since I've done a couple of surveys over the last sort of few weeks, and I've got £10 from Sport England. Me and my wife did a survey each. We got a £5 each for that. I did another survey where I had to drive around a county. I'll drive around for a week, answer a few questions where I've been and what I've been doing, and from that they gave me £20. So sometimes these phone calls, yes, they can be a pain, but when you're sitting there doing nothing, you can sometimes get things out of it. They wanted me to join a survey sort of syndicate thing. I don't do those because it's putting money into places, and I like to know where my money goes. But other than that, let's crack back on. They should be coming up the road very, very shortly, and then we can do a little bit more. Okay, kids now picked up. I've come back to the Anglia Square area where the major shopping area is for charity shops. There's about 5 left down the street which I need to hit. It's now 10 to 4, so I've got, I think, until 5:30 where some of the bigger shops shut in the city centre. I've just put £1 on the car park because I want to try and do it as quick as I can. Over an hour, sorry, in the car park. So I think I'm on my own now, so I don't have any kids or anything on board. So it should be quite quickly. So better get in and out of these charity shops. I'm basically going to, the first thing I sort of set eyes on for £1, it looks good, I'm going to buy it and walk out. That is my method I'm going to do now, because this morning I was taking far too much time looking at the stuff and working out do I want it or not. I'm just going to go straight into it. So let's see what I find. For a charity shop. So I was guessing spice is going to be expensive.
Well, you can maybe tie a piece of fabric to make it look like a bow tie, possibly.
Do you have any ideas where I could find a bow tie?
If you're going to make it, you'd have to taper one of these ends.
How would you do that?
To that sort of angle.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so you need to cut the same sort of thickness.
Yeah.
Maybe you just gathered it up,
yeah.
kind of.
Oh, yeah.
And then...
Like, if you could fold that in and gather that up and then fold that back.
Yeah.
We'll do that, yeah, and a bit of string.
Pretty much be a bow tie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's for tomorrow and we can't get in to see because I've got no air left in me. That's how much I've been blowing up balloons. And there's only 2 of us as well. Thank you. I'll be right back. I will not take it or anything. You can be very sure of that.
Okay, so I've just powered through Angus Square. I'm now on the way to what we call Bank Lane or London Street. There's a few more charities, about 4 charity shops around that area. So I'm going to hit that, and then that's probably going to be it for the day. But I thought I'd walk down this road here. It's called Elm Hill. It's one of the oldest streets actually in Britain. So I thought I'll take you along on the walk, which is just up here. You can see it's all cobblestones. Yeah, it's all cobblestone street all the way down. That building at the very, very end, white one, so I'll show you a bit more detail when we get down there, was actually it was the pub in the film Stardust. So if you've ever seen the film Stardust, this is where it's filmed. I can't remember the name of the pub at the top of my thing. I have watched the film, I have read the book. It's a good book, it's a good read, one of the only books I have read. Lovely place down there, tea room. It does all sorts of wonderful fine teas. But the camera's about to run out of battery now, so I'm going to turn it around and zoom in so you can have a quick look. If you like teddy bears, here you go, look at this for a shop for teddies. So that was the place. I'll put a link on there now. I'll put a picture of actually the film itself. But it was a pub just before the wall, as you would go to enter the fantasy land. Okay, so that's it for the charity shops today. I don't know if you ever heard a conversation inside a shop I had earlier on, that there was someone in desperate need for a blue bow tie, and they said they couldn't have time to go to the cities, they got to do a little too much work. They were trying to see if they could, they were asking me if I knew how to turn a normal tie into a bow tie. I gave them some suggestions and they didn't really want it, but I've just been to my last charity shop now and I found a blue bow tie for £2.99. So reseller, how good am I? I've just bought this blue bow tie. They're still setting up the venue, which I'm now walking back towards the venue where my car's parked. I'm going to take this price tag off and I'm going to sell it to them for a £5. So a quick £2 flip for a little bit of a good deed. So that is my mission now, to go sell this bow tie to these people for a £5, making £2 profit. It's not a lot, but I just thought it's just quite a funny little thing to do. So I'm going to let you know how it goes shortly. Okay, that was difficult. I offered 6, and then she said no, she didn't really know. I said, well, it's the only bow tie you're going to find. And when she goes, oh, I want light blue. I said, well, I found you this one. If you want it, it's yours for 6. If you really want it, you can have it for 5. And in the end, she agreed, and took it for 5. So a little bit of a winner there. So a little bit of haggling, a little bit of good deed work, and it's paid off. That's it for today. I'm going to go home now and see what I've got, because all the shops are now shut now. It's now 5 o'clock. I've tried my hardest to get, it's practically impossible. Set yourself a challenge that high for 37 shops. Started a little bit too late. I had little jobs in the centre of it as well, picking kids up, doing other little jobs I do at the same time for Be My Eye, and also Shop Smart. That sort of took a little bit of time up as well by going to co-ops trying to find some deals there which I couldn't find, which is really annoying. But I think overall a good day. There was a couple of places where I went inside and it was like buy one game get one free, get the cheapest free. So I bought a board game for £1 and got another board game free. So really that's 2 things. Another place I got 2 little Wimmies models. I got them 2 for £1. They're on sale sort of over there. I got 5 DVDs for £1 somewhere else. And wherever else in the city centre was like £1.99 a DVD. So if you factor in the case of products which I've got, I might have nearly 37 products. So I'm not really sure now, so we're going to go back and have a quick look. I'm a bit late for my car, so I so hope I don't have a parking ticket. I'm about 10 minutes late. No, we're good. Yeah, it's 10 to 5 the ticket was, because the guy did that extra little job. It's now 10 past 5, so I was really cutting that fine just then. So 20 minutes over. But I did pay 80p over the car parking rate earlier on today, so in my mind that's me squared away. But until then, I'll come back and sort all this out, and then I'll show you what we've got. But we're over around my mum's house, so she's got the birthday cake. The kids already had it. I haven't had it yet. I blew the candles out. She made it bushcraft style as a campfire. I put a little photo on now, so you can see how that actually looks like. And then we're going to have a little bit of birthday cake and go home. I'm going to sort all this stuff out and work out roughly what I'm going to be selling it for. But that's me now back in the car. I've got away being 20 minutes too late. Made an extra £5. I've also went to the competition to win £200 out of one charity shop as well for a £1 raffle ticket. So that was my £1 spent in that raffle, that shop. So you never know, £1 spent on a raffle ticket. So sometimes for reselling, you don't have to buy goods. So I bought a raffle ticket, and hopefully that will transparent into £100. You never know. You've got to be in it to win it. So let's have a look what we've got next.